Hey guys, it's Dave Norona down here, and today we're going to take you through your ABS pack, which if you've either just bought it at an online store, at your favorite retailer, or at a ski or sled show. We're also going to take you through going through your bag and servicing it if you've just taken it out after you've owned your bag, but you're taking it out for the very first time this season. Let's get started. So I've just purchased my bag, and the first thing that comes out of the box is my handle and canister. I also have one of the swanky new ABS Vario Silverline ABS backpacks. As well as, for me, for snowmobiling, I like the 15-liter Vario backpack that allows me to put my shovel in a separate wet area and my dry stuff in another pocket. And the equivalent bag in a 30-liter for skiing and ski touring. The first thing that you're going to do when you get your bag is to actually pull out your canister and take off the top. You'll see on the top that it has a weight and a date on it. This date is not an expiry date for the canister. This is the date that it was filled. There's also a weight on here which tells you the weight of the canister. So the first thing that you're going to do is place it on a scale to weigh it. It should be within plus or minus 5 grams, and it's good to go. You also will check the handle, and you'll notice on the side of it, there's a red tab. All these are produced in May, so wherever the arrow is pointed to, and in this case it's pointed to 16, it means this handle is good to May 2016. If you have a handle that's pointed to a year 2012 and previous, it means that this handle has expired. And so you should use this handle to test fire your bag, not to use on a daily basis. Once you test fire it, then you can exchange your canister and handle in for a new one for a nominal fee. All right, the next step we're going to take you through is setting up your bag. Now remember, this is the same for the Vario and the Powderline ABS bags. It's also going to be the same for a Dakine, Ortavox, or North Face with the ABS inside. First, you're going to take your canister and you're going to insert it into the pack. It just screws in. Like so, and around the plastic, and then cover it up. What I do is I leave my canister in my bag for the rest of the season, unless I either travel with my bag or I set the bag off, and then of course I unscrew it and take it out. The canister can be put in and out of the bag any number of times and never expires, unless you set off the bag. We're now going to turn the bag over, and we're going to look at our handle. For those of you who don't know, this is what an expired handle looks like. It has a red piece out there and has to be replaced. Your new handle shows no red where it goes into the coupler. The best thing to do on a new bag or your bag that you just brought out for the season is to put 1 drop of oil that comes with your bag on the actual handle as well as in the coupler. And this allows the handle to slide in and out of the coupler easier. I do it roughly once or twice a week, but I'm out most days. So if you sled or ski once a week, do it once a week. It just is maintenance and upkeep on your bag. And then it easily clicks right in. And then you can put your safety back on. The next step is to put your pack on and ensure that your sternum strap and your waist strap feel comfortable and the pack fits great, as well as putting on your leg loop. The reason for the leg loop and why it's so important is if you're involved in a violent avalanche, the chances are the pack can be ripped off your back over your head, and this prevents doing that. I always keep my handle in this waist pocket here. And then what I do is when I put my pack on at the beginning of the day is when I actually put my handle into my pack and then put the safety on. Now the bag is armed and ready to be used. When you purchase an ABS backpack, we require the store to set it off. This ensures that you know how the bag works and how it's set off. And we also encourage you every year at the beginning of the season to set off your bag just like I'm going to now. The reason is you just become familiar, and the more times you set it off, the better chances you're going to use it if you get involved in an avalanche. And then when I move into avalanche terrain, I move the handle to the side, and therefore I'm ready to pull the handle, which I'm going to do now. As you can see, the advantage of the ABS system is that if I were on a snowmobile or I were skiing, I still have all my visibility and I'm still have all the motion that I need. In fact, I hardly feel the bags at all. But they offer 170 liters in 2 bags of flotation. And that's really important, what makes ABS the best system on the market. So now that you've set your bag off, the best thing to do is to set it down for 10 or 15 minutes to make sure that the bags stay inflated and that there's no leaks, especially if you've owned the bag for a number of years. The great thing about ABS is that all the parts in the system are replaceable. So if you have an issue with anything at any time, you can send it back to us at ABS and we'll fix it, send it right back out. The next most important thing we're going to talk about today is what we call dry firing the bag. And it's happened in a number of cases because people just don't know enough about the bags once they purchase it. So it's really important, which is why we're making this video. When you fire your bag, the pneumatic handle sends a charge of air through this hose and into the puncture unit. Inside the puncture unit is a pin like this, and this pin moves forward and punctures the canister. What happens in a dry fire is someone has not inserted the canister into their bag. They've merely just put the handle into their bag without the canister. Because there's no canister, this pin moves further down the chamber and it can score the pin. And therefore it doesn't move smoothly for the second, third, and onwards of setting off the bag. If this happens, you need to send the bag back into ABS and we will replace the firing pin, and so that your system is just like new. There is a cost to this, and we don't want it to happen to anybody, which is why we're doing this video, to ensure that you always insert a canister into your ABS system first before you ever put the handle into the bag. Very important. Well, we hope this answers all of your questions on the ABS system. We've designed the pack to be the safest in the industry and also easy to use. If you have any questions, don't hesitate and call your local dealer. If you want to watch more information on how to repack your bags or on the canisters, how we fill them and why we use nitrogen, you can check out the other video. Thanks for joining us today, and we hope you have a safe season. Remember, it's important to get the right training, have the right tools, and know how to use them. We'll see you out there.